This segment brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
I'm Brityne Rucker, and this is AG A.M. in Kansas. And for an update on corn around the state, I have Ignacio Ciampitti, crop production and cropping system specialist from Kansas State University. Ignacio, what is a few things to consider when planting corn, and what is that process looking like around the state?
Well, thanks for this time. I think that a couple of things just to consider. First, let's look at what is the overall planting conditions at this moment. So first, we are very early on the planting progress at this point for corn. We are just shy on 6%, 5%, which basically put us very close to last year planting progress, but we are a little bit behind already from our 5-year average, which usually is around 10%. If we look at where specifically we are seeing more planting done, if you look at the USDA information from last week, we can start looking at most of the corn has been planted and much progress has been done on the southeast portion of the state. So on that section, we are close to 21%. And I think that this week, based on most of the videos and people calling and asking questions, I think that we'll be seeing those numbers going up close to more than 1/4 of all the corn acres in those areas planted already. And then if you look at a little bit more east central, we are around 10%. And then just a few farmers were also getting some corn planted in the northeast. So potential problems or things that we need to consider this time, I put some information out that will be on the update of our Department of Agronomy in Kansas State University with some concern about potential effects of cold temperature. So the temperature for sure is a big factor. And then when people start thinking about potential effects for corn, for anything that has been planted or in the last week or has been recently planted these last couple of days, we need to basically start looking at implications of leaf burn because of the temperature for any plant that is just up. For some of those that they were just planted and they start the process of germination, and in those situations we can see an effect of this cold temperature as we mentioned before, and the process is called imbibitional chilling. And it's an injury basically that happens to early in the corn when it's germinating. And of course, many factors will be affecting the potential impact of temperatures in corn in the last week. And some of these factors can be connected to, for example, the soil type and residue cover, the duration and intensity of the cold temperature. So if you have temperatures below 40 degrees for more time, they will be having more impact than temperatures that they are 40 degrees or above for a couple hours. And then one of the other 2 points are connected to the position on the field. So if you are in low areas of the field, you might see more impact on temperature than in upper sections. And the last point, as we mentioned, is the stage of the crop. If we are in just crop that is already up in southeast in some portions, you will see a cosmetic damage, so the leaf will show that burn.
Well, Ignacio, a big thank you for being on the program and giving us an update on corn around the state.